Shalom, shalom, mishpocha. Welcome back to another edition of the Haftarah Hashings. I'm your host, Rabbi Yehuda ben Shomer, and this is Haftarah portion number 25 called Zav, which means command, and it's taken from Yeremiyahu, Jeremiah, chapter 7, verses 21 through chapter 8, verse 3, also chapter 9, verses 22 and 23. Now, we know that when God repeats a theme or repeats something in the scriptures, it means that we really need to pay attention to it, that he's trying to drill it into our heart, soul, mind, and in our bodies, that it's a message that's vitally important that we need to understand and apply to our hearts and lives, or else he wouldn't have said it so many times. And this Haftarah portion is almost like a rerun of the last Haftarah portion. Because we're still talking about the Levitical sacrifices that took place at the temple and at the tabernacle, and what God is trying to say through Jeremiah this week, and the point he's really trying to drive home is basically, yes, I want you to come with your sacrifices and your offerings. Yes, I want you to obey my Torah and be obedient, but I don't want you to feel like I'm twisting your arm to bring these sacrifices. I don't want you to come with a plastic smile on the outside and everything's honky-dory, and on the inside you're totally resenting it and wishing you were somewhere else doing something else. And it goes right back to the motive of the heart. Why are we sacrificing? Are we sacrificing because we're afraid we're going to go to hell if we don't? Are we sacrificing, because, oh, well, God says we have to, like, oh, my mom told me to clean my room, I guess I have to. Just like a parent, yeah, they want the room clean, but they would rather you clean your room because you want to, clean your room with an attitude of joy. Sure, Mom, let me get right on that. It's the same with God. But God goes a step further. He's like, look, if you're not going to come with the right frame of heart and the right frame of mind to present sacrifices that I've commanded you, then I don't want it at all. It's almost like like a man and woman going on a date, and the woman's like, oh, please take me out to this expensive French restaurant, I want all the bells and whistles, and I want us to have a good time. I really want this to be something special. This is our anniversary. And maybe the husband's like, oh, gosh, I'd just rather get a hotel and and be done with it or whatever. And so he shows up to the date. He's dressed, he looks great, he's doing all the right things. But happy anniversary, and hands her a big bouquet of flowers. Do you think that she's gonna, oh, honey, thank you so much for this bouquet of flowers? No, she's gonna be like, oh, I don't want those. If you're gonna give them to me with that attitude, I don't want them at all. And that's the same with God. He's like, if you're going to present sacrifices and have an attitude about it, I'd rather you not do it at all. I don't want it because it doesn't count. I don't care if you give them to me and offer these sacrifices up. They're going to become a stench in my nostrils. I'm not going to pay attention to them, and it's null and void. You just wasted some of your livestock and cattle because it don't count. So the motivation of our heart and mind, people's like, obeying that law, you're getting yourself into bondage because it's a bunch of do's and don'ts, and Jesus came and delivered us from that bondage of the law, blah 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 blah. They totally miss the whole point of it. It's not the point that God says you have to do this, and if you don't do this, I'm gonna strike you down and stomp you like a bug. He's like, no, I want you to do it because you want to. I want you to do it because you love me. I want you to do it because you don't want to hurt me. I want you to do it because you want to become more intimate and close to me. I want you to do it, even though you don't understand it, because you love me. That's it, people. That's the whole motivation for serving God. Whatsoever you do, whether you eat or drink, do all to the glory of God. It's all about love, people. The Torah, following the Torah, is not just a drudgery of a bondage, of keeping the commandments. Oh, I've got to wear tzitzit. Oh, I've got to eat kosher. Oh, I wish I could have a ham sandwich. Oh, I wish I was back in Egypt. No, it's love. It's like, oh, you know what? I can't wait to wear tzitzit. Oh, you know what? I can't wait to study the Torah portion this week. Oh, you know what? I can't wait to eat kosher. Oh, you know what? I can't wait to fulfill these commandments because I love God and I want to please Him, because I want to draw close to Him, because He gives these commandments to me because He loves me, because He wants the best for me, soul, mind, and strength. I may not understand them all, but it doesn't matter because Father knows best. Abba knows best. So I'm going to do it because I love Him. Just like men have a job. they get up maybe at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to go off to work? Is it because they get up, woohoo, I get to go to work today? No, it's like, oh gosh, 4 o'clock in the morning again. Oh, I wish I was dead. But you know what? I got a wife, I've got kids that are counting on me. I got to bring home the turkey bacon for the family. You know, I've got to make this household run. I've got to provide food and clothing for my family. I love my family so much that I love them more than I love my sleep. I love them more than staying in bed. I love them more, so I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to work. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to work with a glad heart because I know I'm doing it for my family. That's the same way we need to be about fulfilling the Torah, keeping the commandments, because we love Him. He said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. And Yeshua's commandments are no different than God's, because they're one. John 17. And you know, what son has overridden a father's word and says, oh, here's a new set of commandments, forget about what my father said, it's a new ball game, I'm in charge now, I've inherited the estate. No. You know, him and the Father are one. Yeshua's commandments are the same as the Father's commandments. You know, no different. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this Torah portion as well, half Torah portion, and got a lot out of it, and we're blessed. So tune in again next time. We'll see ya. Shalom and Shavot Tov.